Shulim and Brucha. Let's learn together the third chapter of the Tzav Vezirus from the Pieseno Rebbe Ztz, and see again. Every time I read this sefer, I'm amazed at his insight into the human nature, into who we are. So he says like this: the title of the chapter is "Passing Opportunities for Growth." So he says like this: when your conceit is at wane, and I'll explain what that means. When your boldness is low, when your ego defenses are down, do not think you have made it. What he's saying here is that there are moments when we feel very vulnerable, right? We're facing hardships. We feel at unease, right? And we turn to Kav Yichud Eibush. In that moment, in that state, move in and dig into your neshama. When you feel, you open yourself up, Eibush, please. So your defense, your walls that you've created, the deception, the self-deception that you've created, there's a crack, and your heart is opening. Use that moment to do some special analyzation. That will be a permanent change in who you really are. Here's what the Rebbe says: move fast to go deep inside and grab this chance to work on yourself. Plow through your hardened inner blocks. We all have that. Yeah, the Rebbe says, get past it. Heal the wounds of your neshama with honest soul searching, without self-deception, says the Rebbe. Without self-deception, clean out all the poison in your neshama. But quickly, says the Rebbe, because even though now you feel surrendered to Hashem, right? You may only be responding to some superficial thing that's happened. Perhaps someone didn't give you enough COVID, or chas v'shalom, someone's ill, or at this moment we're all worried about so many different things. We're in lockdown and isolation. So you may be seeking Hashem, but it's about your pain. And when that is over, you forget about Hashem. So the Rebbe says, you cannot be sure that the minute your wish is fulfilled, in other words, the crisis is past, your broken heart will not re-ossify, will not re-harden. It will go back to business as usual. I've said about this problem that we're all living through with the isolation and the coronavirus. The Eibusher wird helfen, and we'll get past this. I just hope we do. It's not like they blow the whistle and everyone jumps back in the swimming pool and goes back to the good old days. We have to learn from these things. So he says, the Rebbe says, an iron curtain will close off that temporary breach that you had at that moment of your beseechment, of your vulnerability. Your heart itself will feel like stone, because that's the default position. No, it's not. Sealed and boarded up at every possible entrance. You remain locked outside yourself. That's a powerful word. Remain locked outside yourself. You don't even know who you are inside. You now may long to heal the wounds of your soul. But Chabal, he says, alas, how can you when you're outside? So the Rebbe is saying there's moments of enlightenment when your heart opens up and You're in there then, and dig out the stuff that stops you from being aware of Hashem all the time. People think, oh, I did tshuva, when it's actually I've only put on a plaster, a sticky plaster over the cut, right? It's not worth anything if it won't last. It's a response, but not a real change. And the Rebbe is saying you want to make a real change because the neshama will zang it. And the only way to do that is when you are in that place. When you are in that place, utilize it to come really close and know and analyze and accept your weaknesses, your foibles, and accept that you want to work on yourself. The Irish is own Salah. We should find strength in the Rebbe's Werte and the Schus for Magens on of ganz Klal Yisrael, and we should all learn together for many, many more years. No Gesundheit.